Welcome everybody back to another video. So we're going to be taking a nice walk along the Highline. I don't know if this part is open or if it's closed. Well, let's see. So this is where the Highline, this is where it actually ends, but if you're walking south, this is where you will actually start at. So let's walk here. Take a nice little walk. There's the sunset. Gotta love NYC sunsets. Well, I see some people here, so it might be open. Oh yeah, it is. All right. I was a bit skeptical because I didn't want to have to walk all the way around just to get on the Highline. So we're gonna get on the Highline in this video. We're gonna take a nice little walk along the NYC Highline. So we're gonna do a nice 4K walk, which I have my phone on 4K, 120 frames per second. So we should have the extra clarity here. So we'll head here. We're gonna go to the Highline. So this is Hudson Yards, 34th Street and Highline. This is the map telling you all the details here. So we're gonna head right on in here. There's the Highline. This is where it starts at. Very beginning, and then this is the map. This is like another part of New York City that I haven't even done a video on, was the Highline. I've done plenty of live streams here, but as far as video goes, no. I don't think I've done a video yet. But we've been on the Highline a couple of times on the live streams. So the Highline is a park that was transformed from a very old elevated subway system. So this is the old elevated subway system that used to run in Manhattan back in the day. Manhattan got rid of a lot of its elevated stations. Now, the only way you'll be able to see if you want to see any elevated stations in Manhattan, you pretty much have to go up to, you gotta go from Inwood to Marble Hill. And then you have to take a trip up to Harlem. So you have to go on 125th Street and Park Avenue. That's where the Metro North is. And you have to go on Broadway in 125th Street. Those are the only two elevated stations you will see in Harlem. That's it. Right here in Manhattan, not down here. This right here is just a train yard. So it's not really an elevated train station. This is just a train yard. You can basically see all of Hudson Yards there. I like the sunsets here. The sunsets are really amazing. Now the Highline is also like another good area to get a sunset, like right here. You can get this view right here, the sunset view right here. Because I could see it across from Jersey. So over across the Hudson River. I was about to say East River, but it's the Hudson River. The East River is towards the FDR Drive. That's where the sunsets normally happen here in NYC. So if you want to see an NYC sunset, you have to go along the Hudson River. Because the sun comes up from that direction and it goes down in that direction. So we'll keep on walking here. But we've been over here before. This is Hudson Yards. You can see the Long Island Railroad. This is actually the only elevated train yard that you will see in Manhattan, especially downtown. But this is for the Long Island Railroad. But if you want to see any elevated stations, you will have to go to the outer boroughs. Like to, I think Brooklyn, you have to go way out. You have to go a bit further out. It all depends on where you go to. I think you gotta go way out in Brooklyn. Queens and the Bronx, pretty much. You have to go to Queens and the Bronx if you want to see any elevated train stations. And then Staten Island too. You got Staten Island. But Staten Island doesn't really have a subway, so all of the train stations are pretty much elevated. Probably except for St. George. I think St. George is the only train station in Staten Island that goes underground. But yeah, Manhattan used to have a lot of elevated train stations back in the day. This is one of them. This is an abandoned. This used to be an abandoned train station. But, see, most of this train yard would be filled up with trains, but being that it's PM rush hour, most of these trains are being used. So if you ever see a train, well, if you come to New York City, if you ever see the Long Island Railroad, if you ever see it like this, that means most of the trains are being used for service. And it's rush hour, and more people are going home. A lot more people are traveling around this time, so keep that part in mind. But anyways, let's go here. That is such a gorgeous sunset. I really like it. I like the sunset so much. So we'll continue walking here. So this part was abandoned for a lot of years. This abandoned elevated train station was abandoned. And then the city came up with an idea. You know, it's not often the city. Right nowadays, the city doesn't really have the best idea for things. But a couple of years ago, somebody came up with an idea to turn this old elevated train station here in Manhattan, turn it into a park. So, which I really think is a really good idea. And I'm gonna tell you, ever since it opened, lots and lots of tourists have came by. It draws so much attraction. On the weekends, it'd be packed with tourists. Be really, really packed with tourists. And so if you want to avoid the crowds, this is my recommendation. My recommendation is to come, I would say, like, come during the week or come during the midday hours or something. Come in the middle of the day, Monday through Friday. That's the best way to avoid the crowds. That's just my opinion. If you don't like crowds, that's just to those that do not like the crowds. Just letting y'all know. But if you don't mind it, come whatever time of the day you like. And then one thing I like about this park is it's just filled with so many unique and different creations. You can get so many views off of here. See, you can also get a lot of elevated views of downtown Manhattan. So starting all the way from Hudson Yards all the way down to the Chelsea neighborhood or Meatpacking District. So it goes all the way down to 14th Street. And it's a pretty unique park. It really is. Such a unique park. Get all these nice views here. And it's worth coming. And if you've never been to NYC, I definitely recommend the Highline if you want those elevated views of Manhattan. Now, normally when you get on the subway, you'll get a a lot of elevated views. I mean, plenty of elevated views of the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. The 7 train is like the best train to get on if you're in Queens, because majority of the line is elevated. And if you're in Staten Island, you just take the Staten Island Railway. And you'll get plenty of elevated views of the entire Staten Island borough. And then the 7, you'll get all the elevated views from the you'll get the elevated views from the beginning of Queens all the way to the end. And then if you go here, here's some posters just telling you the story of how the Highline came to life. I believe the reason why they call this a Highline is because, it's pretty much a line and it's pretty high up. So I think that's why they call it the Highline. Not only is it's a park, but it's also, it says here, it's a nonprofit organization and a public park on the west side of Manhattan. Interesting. I didn't know it was a nonprofit, so I'm learning something new here as I'm doing this video. Sorry, because the construction. So, sorry if you guys won't be able to hear me, so I'll put the mic towards my face so you guys can hear me. So it says the Highline is both a nonprofit organization and a public park on the west side of Manhattan. Throughout our work with communities on and off the Highline, we devoted to reimagining public spaces to create connected, healthy neighborhoods and cities built on a historic elevated rail line. The Highline was always intended to be more than a park. You can walk through the gardens, view art, experience a performance, enjoy food or beverage or a concert with friends and neighbors, all while enjoying unique perspective of New York City. Nearly 100 of our annual budget comes through donations. Interesting. The Highline is owned by the city of New York, and we operate it under a license agreement with NYC Parks. That's interesting. Wow, okay. And then here's some of the stuff that's telling you here. See, the 1980s. This is what it looked like in the 1980s. Zoom in. And then this is what it looked like back in the day. Just a little HD look. It's in black and white. It's an old photo. But this is the old train line. I don't know what was the name of this train line before it got taken off and abandoned. So if you guys see any train tracks, you guys will probably see plenty of train tracks here in this park, but that's because it used to be a train line back in the day. So it used to be a train line. And they've also extended to the Highline all the way to near Penn Station. I don't know the name of the transit hub. The new transit hub that they built back in 2021, I'm not 100% sure what's the name of it. Oops. There we go. Making sure the phone is focusing. And then look at those high lines right there. Really cool. So a lot of locals, a lot of tourists come here because they want to get those elevated views of New York. They really want to get the best views. The Highline is like one of the best parks to come to. Sometimes they do have events. They do have Sometimes they do have events and stuff going on, but it's not often that they have any events happening here along the Highline. So it's not really too often. Most of the time you just come to the park, you just pretty much walk. You see, here it is. The old train track right here. This little train track, see? It may look like a prop, but it's not a prop. It's a train track right here. This is where the old trains used to run on back in the day. So that's the reason why. I don't know what this little handle is, but that's one primary example. Here's another one, another train track right here. You'll see like old rails. You're not gonna see the third rail because third rail's got a lot of power. So I think they took out the third rail when they discontinued this elevated train line. Yo, this is some nasty ass looking foot. Some nasty looking feet right there. So you pretty much pedal. So here's the little pedal right there that the kid is on. You use it to pedal and the water squirts out. So that's what you pretty much use. Anyway, I think we'll continue here. See, this is one of the old elevated train tracks. So trains used to run in this spot back in the day. I think I'm gonna walk straight down because the whole point is to give you guys the full tour. So I'm gonna give you guys a full tour of the Highline. This is the extension right here. Since we're up here, I'm gonna show you guys the extension of the Highline. And it goes all the way near Penn Station, goes all the way up to 9th Avenue. So once you get out of Penn Station, if you get off on 9th Avenue, and I believe, is it 34? No, I think 33rd Street and 9th Avenue. If you get out of there, you're gonna see some fancy buildings. And if you keep walking back, you keep walking straight, then make a left, you'll pretty much see the entrance of the extension. And they extended the Highline like maybe 2 years ago? No, it was 3 years ago. Wow, I can't believe it's been 3 years since they've last extended the Highline. Time is moving so quick. I just can't believe it, folks. But here it is, the trees. And here goes the giant pigeon right here. So the lady's taking a photo with the pigeon. Reason why they put a pigeon here is because it's a part of New York. I mean, come on. We see pigeons all the time in New York. Who doesn't come to New York and see a pigeon? Come on. That's a nice looking pigeon right there. A lot of us see pigeons. And then here's the views again, right there. But we'll come back down this way in a little bit. And then here's the views here. So we're gonna go through here. I'm just showing you guys the extension, but we'll get to the other parts in a second. For those that have watched me before, or if you've seen my lives before, you guys, or for those that have been to New York City before, if you've been on the Highline before, you'll pretty much have seen the entire Highline for sure. Okay, here we go. Keep going here. So if you walk out of here, you're gonna see this little bridge over here. You'll see that there. See, here it is. Highline. This is the name, the train hall right here. The Moynihan Train Hall Connector by Governor Kathy Hochul, 2023. So you're gonna see this little bridge right here. You'll see, this is what you'll see off of the bridge here. These nice views here. Got the nice artwork there. And here it is. Here's the lovely views here. And then this is where the extension will take you to. And we'll walk through here. There goes Whole Foods Market. This is where it will take you to this area. It actually takes you straight to the Manhattan West Plaza. It doesn't really take you to like right in front of the Moynihan train hall. And then you just make a right, you keep going straight down. There's the Moynihan train hall. So it just takes you about maybe 2 minutes away from the Moynihan train hall station. So now we're gonna go back on the Highline. So once you come to this part, you'll just go straight here. So we'll head straight here. And we'll go back to the Moynihan train. I keep saying the Moynihan. We're gonna go back to the Highline. But I wanted to show you guys the extension in the details and everything on what the extension looks like and where it will take you to. But it doesn't necessarily take you to the train station, like right over there. There's the Moynihan train hall station just down the street. It's only going to take you straight to the Manhattan West Plaza. And then from there you will walk to the Moynihan train hall station. So it's like a little bit, the Manhattan West pretty much helps connecting people between the Moynihan train hall station and the Highline. So that's what the Manhattan West Plaza is good for. Just connecting people between this park and the train station, the new train station that they've added back 3 years ago. So we'll keep walking here. know it's about to get dark, but I won't make this video too long. Anyways, we'll keep on going here. And then it says here, do not feed the pigeons. And if you'd like to make a donation, they have a little QR code right here, donate now. Actually, I didn't even see this, but I forgot to show you guys this. So if you guys see something like this on one of these boards right here, you'll see like a map in front of, oh no, there's no map in front of it. But if you see something like this and you want to make a donation, you can. Just look for the QR code and you can do that. Or I think you can go on the website and make a donation. I think they'll take donations either way. But this park is free. So it's free of charge. And it's also a non-profit. So they get their funding through donations. Just like my job does. We get our funding through, we get funding. We don't charge people at my job. So the thing with nonprofits is that they don't charge. They don't necessarily charge you for anything because they get funding. So that's the exact same case with the Highline. This is the only part that I know in NYC that's a nonprofit organization, which is pretty interesting. I did not know this was a nonprofit. So that's how, so I was just showing you guys on how they get their funding. So if you want to donate anything, you can. You just have to look for that sign that says donate and the details, or you can go on the website and check. That's like another way. Just go on the website and check to see if they accept donations or not, if you want to make a donation. But anyways, we're gonna continue walking here. There we go. And as you walk along here, you'll see a lot of different apartment buildings here. Well, people do live in these buildings, so you'll pretty much see a lot of fancy buildings, luxuries.
Oh, okay.
Mostly luxuries. I don't think there's any condos here in this area, but you'll pretty much see luxury apartments here. So you could just be walking by and you'll see something like this. You could pretty much see the inside of people's homes. It's kind of strange, but it's true. But I know these people are paying big bucks. A lot of big bucks to live right next to the Highline. So all they gotta do is just leave their house. Probably walk down the street or something. and then they're there. Pretty much. See, here's a little bit crowded. So it normally gets crowded around this part of the Highline. The moment like you leave Hudson Yards, you'll start to see a lot of crowds here. But like I said in the beginning of the video, lots of tourists come here and they pretty much just walk the Highline. I see plenty of people taking photos here, and here's another one. Everybody here is just enjoying their time on the, pretty much enjoying their time on the Highline, pretty much. Here we go. So when it gets dark, you'll see the lights on the side. They do have lighting on the side for like when it gets dark, like right now. So you never have to, I mean, this park is so little, it never goes pitch black. So they've added plenty of lighting here along the Highline, so you don't be walking somewhere where it's pitch black. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing here. Looks like they're reconstructing 26th Street. I think we'll walk here. I'm not sure what this building is all. It's probably a school there. Seen it plenty of times. I kind of like this a little bit better during the daylight because I feel like it's more. I feel like the walk is more enjoyable during the daytime than at night. I mean, I like the nighttime too here. I'm pretty sure there's some beautiful. Yeah, it's also beautiful at night too. I prefer a bit better during the day. When it's daylight, at least you can see stuff. I think there might be some sculptures coming up. I actually did bypass a sculpture, but I didn't pay it no mind. Oh yeah, it was the camel one. I forgot to show you guys that. Here's some unique art that's coming up here. We have the unique art there. Let's see if I can show you guys. Just right over here, this is it. I don't know what the heck this is. Don't even know. All I know is that is a sculpture. And as soon as we get towards more of 23rd Street, we'll see some art and some murals on the side of the building. I've seen it a couple of times, so as soon as we get over there, we're about to go and check it out.
It's like the same.
Sometimes the art changes. I think we'll go here. And this walk is pretty much quick. So if you walk pretty fast though, it will not take you a long time to like get through this Highline right here. It will not take you a long time to get from the start to finish, because it's a pretty quick walk. I say the walk is more like a half an hour to 45 minutes or something. Here are the views here. This is 23rd Street right here. I feel like this view looks more better in a vertical shot, but I'm doing a video right now, so I'm doing it in horizontal. It looks good in horizontal, but it looks so much better in a vertical shot. Like if I go vertically live, then this will probably be a good cutout for a YouTube short or from one of my vertical live streams. I think it would be good for that. So I think that's, and then there goes the two buildings right there. All right, we'll keep going here, folks. And then here's the lawn. I like how they keep the lawn clean. Like every time I bypass this lawn, there's never no garbage. It's never filthy or anything. They make sure to keep this lawn clean right here. Compared to most parks, when you see the lawn, it looks freaking filthy and it looks like shit. And I don't like that too much. See, the lawn is closed, so you can't really go on the lawn. But most people go on the lawn to sit down, relax, get some sun. Here's the art right here. You guys can see the art there. But let me show you guys the art here. So this is the art right here. That's some nice art right there. Look at that. This is the mural. So if you go near 23rd Street on the Highline, if you come to this part around 23rd Street, you'll pretty much see this big mural right here on behind the building right there, which looks really fantastic. And then you'll see lots of vendors here too. You see lots of vendors. But if you ever think about buying a snack or food along the Highline, it's gonna be pretty pricey. So I've bought food here along the Highline before, and it's pretty pricey. So I don't think you want to buy anything. I know if you see the vendors here along the Highline, I don't think you want to buy anything on the Highline, because food and drinks can be pretty pricey here. It may seem nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's a beautiful park, but it's a bit pricey, so they may charge you a bit of an arm and a leg. Even just to have a snack. Try to keep this nice and clear. It's a nice looking building there. All right. See, it's a bit dark here because the sun just gone down. Now it's about to be nighttime. I think they're doing construction here along this side right here. I'm not sure what street we're on. This is all 20th Street. They're probably doing construction on the stairs. So that's why this part is closed off right now. And here goes these buildings right here. This is like a unique look right here. See, look at those right there. Those still look nice back there, these buildings here, but I really like these buildings more. It's a pretty unique look that they have here. Beautiful look there. That's nice, see? But people actually live in this apartment. I see people inside their apartments. I like how unique the windows are over here on this side of the building. Good view right through here. And I'm pretty sure the people that live like in these apartments though, they can definitely see the Highline like right through their window, which is pretty cool. I mean, I know I don't have that opportunity, but I'm pretty sure I have other opportunities as well. And then look at that down there. I think this might be a hotel right here. And then straight up ahead is Chelsea Piers. So you can see Chelsea Piers just straight from here. Actually, let me zoom in. So this is Chelsea Piers right there. Okay, let's get going. I see they added some new stuff right there on the right. That looks cool. I think this part looks so much better at night. You can see the lighting and stuff. And then just downstairs, let me show you guys, just downstairs, they added a nice little plaza down here. Well, the lights are not even on yet. So they added this nice little plaza down here. Maybe if I can point the phone down, there it is. See, they added this little plaza right down here. You can pretty much just sit down. If you got any food, you can eat your food, you can relax. And then over here, they have this little bulletin board. See, this is the chicken crossing the road. So they got that there. And then there's the buildings there. You can see the buildings right here. And then here goes the little, see the street view there. And then there goes the little seats. And then if you come down here, well, that's a nice little yoga place there. It's interesting. So if you come down here, this is probably a lot of people's favorite part of the Highline. So if you come down here, you'll be able to view this entire, so you'll get this really, really nice view right here. This little window right here. And you'll get a nice whole view of 10th Avenue. This is 10th Avenue and 17th Street. So if you're on the Highline, you come around this part, you'll get the whole window view of the street. A lot of people like to come take photos. This is like another best timing because it's now nighttime, it's dark. Get your nice vertical shot if you like. Do a video, take an Instagram photo if you like. So we'll come back up this way. So let's continue here, shall we? So here we go. It's a nice little area. And they have the restroom. case if you need to tinkle. So you got that there. But they got plenty of bathrooms here on the Highline. And here's the next interesting part here. I'm not sure how they did this, but I mean, come on. The lights here look really amazing. They look super good. I always enjoy walking through this park, but at night is the best time to walk through this because this is like amazing here. You see, you got a lot of the vendors here as well. If you want any food, but as I was saying earlier, it's a bit pricey. It's a bit pricey, the food and drinks. So I don't think you want to buy anything here if you don't want to spend an arm and a leg. And then here's a little seating area. Here's a little cafe right there. Well, it's dark right now, so I can't really show you guys. I probably will have to do another video. Oh, here it is. The beautiful views here. Just right across here. I like the sunset. It looks so nice. And then across the street from here, you can see you can definitely see Pier 57. So this is Pier 57. So what they have at Pier 57, they got food. They have all kinds of food and drinks there. You can go there. You can also sit down and charge your phone. So if you need to go and charge your phone somewhere, you can go here because they have outlets here. If you ever need to charge your phone or charge anything. And then this little thing right here. Well, they had this on earlier, but during the summertime, they have the water on running. So people come here. They like to get their feet wet and stuff. Well, I don't get my feet wet. I don't want to cut my foot or anything, but people come here and they just cool their feet down. This is like another best part of the Highline to come to, because going towards the right, if you're going south, if you're going north, you'll look left. If you're going south, you'll look right. Towards my right, you'll get these wonderful views here.
Once we went to the cycle, I was like, oh,
Really, really great views here. City here. And then across the street from here is Little Island. So you'll see Little Island right there. I've been to it a couple times during the stream, but Little Island, that's something we'll do in a separate video. So I'll do that in a separate video. We'll explore Little Island. So we'll do that in another video, but this video is mainly about the Highline. So we're gonna stick with the Highline. I'm gonna show you guys the whole, because I want to show you guys the whole entire Highline in this video. So, and look at this nice unique building. See, so many great elevated views. You can see the moon right up there. And then you can see 14th Street right there. And this will be another vertical shot that I would like to do. This would be great for a vertical shot. You can get more of an up close with a vertical shot versus a horizontal shot. But we'll come back to 14th Street because that's where I'm gonna exit as soon as I get done with this tour. And then here's the beautiful artwork here. Nature in the city. And then it gives you all the details here. No need to read through them. I want to show you guys the artwork. I've done plenty of live streams here along the Highline. And I gotta say, the Highline is pretty beautiful at night. See, this everybody working here along the Highline. People that work for the, I don't know if this is it, but people that have worked hard to put this Highline together, this beautiful park together. And then look at this here. And then this is it, right? This is also another part that you'll be able to see. This nice building here. This looks like a more like, I feel like this looks like a really beautiful place where you can just sit down and relax at. It's like a waiting area, kind of, or more like a dining area, pretty much. Oh yeah, and then across the street, this is like another place where you can go and just view the Highline. You can get another view of the Highline right here. This is 13th Street and 10th Avenue. Another good spot to come to. Probably can't see it clearly, but yeah, there's there's Little Island right there. Another place where you can see Little Island right here. So 14th and 13th Streets are the best place to view Little Island from the Highline. We're almost towards the end of it.
I think you can use like 5.
So we're almost to the end of it. The Highline. Wow, it's been almost an hour walking along the Highline. Normally I kind of run out of things to say in my videos, but I feel like I didn't run out of anything to say in this one, because I think it's because I've walked it so many times and I do got a lot to say about it, which is great. Here's another building right here. I pretty much feel like I've got a lot to show for. See, downstairs, there's a restaurant downstairs. You can see the dining area, the outdoor dining area downstairs, which is cool. Wait, I don't know what it says here. It says Mark Jacobs. I think that's what that says, Mark Jacobs. We'll go with Mark. But that's what it sounds like. But it's just spelled differently, that's all. And then here's the buildings right here. Oopsies. You can see the building right there. I don't have a good shot, but I can see with my eyes there. But this is also what it looks like at night, the Highline. Looks a bit dark, but it's all right. Got dark so fast. Because now it's starting to get dark a bit early now. Because now the days are getting much shorter. And pretty soon we will be going into the holiday season pretty soon, which is 1 month away. So we'll start seeing Christmas decorations. So Christmas decorations are coming back. So starting with Hudson Yards and then everything else. Pretty much everything else we will definitely see. Here's the very last part of the park that we will be able to see. Here it is, see? Look how beautiful this is. So we made it. Look at that. This right here is Chelsea / Meatpacking District. So it takes you all the way down here to the Chelsea neighborhood. And nighttime is like another best time to come. Especially a little bit after 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna walk back to 14th Street. So as soon as we get back over there, I'll end this video for you guys. I'll end this video as soon as we get back over there. I gotta say the nighttime views are pretty insane over here. They're really insane here. Oh, and here's another good view here to check out and look at.
I used to dance. I used to find ways to take my guys all the time. Yeah, like I'm not sleeping. Actually, no, fucking me. Yeah, yes.
There we go. So we're gonna head back to 14th. I think we'll walk over here. I don't know what happened. There used to be a Samsung store. Because this was the only Samsung store right here in New York that I've seen. Because it looked like, because it says rental office space for lease. So it looks like Samsung lost a spot. Damn. Wow. Yeah. A lot of stuff is not lasting long here in New York City because you could tell NYC taxes is very effing high. Especially for down here. Sheesh, you gotta be making millions to either run a business down here or to live down here. Well, not to live down here, but you gotta be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just to freaking to afford to live down here, which is ridiculous. I don't even understand that. See all the beautiful art and stuff. All right, here we go, folks. I think we're gonna head off of here. I'm gonna exit off of here. Gotta be careful, because I don't want my gimbal to drop my phone. I feel a drop. Hope it don't start raining. Oh, look at this, you guys. That's nice. Well, anyways, folks. Hold on, let me get a photo of this for the thumbnail of the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the Highline. My video of the Highline. Oh, must be something dripping. I hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful 1-hour video here of the Highline. Appreciate it so much. If you guys can give this video a thumbs up, I would genuinely appreciate that. But I hope you enjoyed the extension of it, all the different lines that we took this beautiful walk, especially the nighttime walk here along the Highline here. But yeah, you guys go enjoy yourselves. Have a good day. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so much, everybody. This is the end of the Highline. Oh, and there's one last thing I forgot to show you guys before we close out the video. And the Highline is accessible. Hold on, wait. So the Highline is accessible. So it has an elevator right here. See, it says hours, the timing and everything. Here's this QR code right here. You can scan your phone for more information there. And then it tells you right here what elevators are available and what elevators are not available. So it's accessible. So if you use a wheelchair, a walker, and you can't really get up the stairs, the Highline is accessible. Just make sure when you go to, the entrance that has an elevator. So these are all the streets that have an elevator or a ramp. I'm gonna say elevator or ramp. Just look for the entrances that have a ramp or an elevator right here. So I'm showing you guys all the streets that are accessible for the Highline. But anyways, you guys take care. Have a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have more videos coming for you guys. So you guys take care and have a great day, folks. Later, everybody. See you guys in my next video.